Hello Soul Family, my name is Gita and welcome to your pick a card reading. So the title of this video is going to be the tarot answers your questions, yes or no. And I also added clarifiers. So this is going to be option number 1 with the Lover's dice, option number 2 with a High Priestess dice, option number 3 with a Magician dice, option number 4 with the Strength dice, option number 5 with the Stars dice, option number 6 with the Judgment dice, option number 7 with the Chariot dice, and option number 8 with the Fool dice. So you can go ahead and take a moment and pause the video and take as long as you need. And I just want to say that I really would highly suggest using your pendulum in order to pick your questions or your answers. So what you would do is you would ask your question and you ask, is the answer in this reading going to be in option number 1? And then you go yes or no, and you program it. You go, way is yes, and this way is no. And you can use a pendulum basically out of anything. I also suggest doing this with all of your pick a cards, but you can use just about anything. You could tie a ring to a string and use it as a pendulum. You can tie just about any heavy object to a small heavy object to a string and use it. And then if you sit there and you try not to manipulate anything and you try to keep your mind open and ask, you know, is Fred cheating on me or something? And so is the answer to my question going to be with option number 1, yes or no? And see, it would move and it would say no, because I don't even know anybody named Fred. Anyways, go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and you can pause the video, and I'm going to go ahead and get started and find out the answer to your questions, yes or no. All right, so here we are with option number 1 with the Lover's Tarot dice, and let's go ahead and find out if the answer is yes or no. So first we have the Lovers and the reverse, which I thought was interesting that it came out with this dice. Then we have the 4 of Cups in the upright, and then we have the 7 of Cups in the upright. Clarifying this pile, we have the Ship and we have Scythe. So to clarify this, the Lovers can in the reverse can indicate a relationship that has been broken up. There's been some kind of imbalance in the relationship or something like that. It's difficulty in the relationship, and also can indicate a soulmate connection. The 4 of Cups is about taking time out to contemplate one's feelings. Also, typically, you know, this person, see, they are focusing on the 3 cups and not the 1 cup being offered of love. And then with the 7 of Cups, it's about, you know, contemplating options, many options. So it looks like this person probably has a lot of options. So with the Ship, it's about, like, it can indicate going on vacation overseas. It can indicate travel and also moving on from a situation. And I feel like that would be happening quickly. That's what the Scythe is about, cutting something off and happening very quickly. So they could be moving on really quickly, or going to be traveling really quickly, or whatever. It's going to be that with something with really quickly. So whatever it is they're doing, they're going to be doing it really quickly. They're probably, if there's a decision that's going to be made, they're going to be making it really soon. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 1. If you like this kind of video, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to option number 2. Alright, so here we have the cards for option number 2 with the High Priestess dice, and let's go ahead and find out the answer to your question. Alright, so we have the Sun in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And then we have the Chariot. clarifying this is we have the Tower and we have the Dog. So the answer to your question is no. With the Sun, it can indicate feeling dim, feeling kind of down. Also, it can indicate lacking in clarity and also a painful truth. With the Ace of Pentacles, it can indicate an unhealthy choices and a lack of maybe an issue or something or situation being on solid ground. The Chariot is about careful forward movement. So someone who's trying to control their behavior very carefully. And then with the Tower is about being alone. It can indicate being alone. Also, it can indicate like government organizations and things like that. And the Dog is about being loyal, devoted, and can indicate someone who's a good friend. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 2. If you like this kind of video, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to option number 3. All right, so here we have the cards for option number 3 with the Magician dice. And let's go ahead and find out the answer to your question. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Clarifying these cards, we have Clover. Then we have Child. So the answer to your question is no. And let's talk a little bit about the cards here. So the Knight of Wands is someone who's very passionate, someone who is very, this person is very flighty. In the reverse, they're kind of coming in and out, but they're like they're not really knowing what they're doing or anything like that. But they're very passionate. And this could be someone who's kind of wishy-washy, going back and forth and coming in and out of your life. With the Six of Swords, it's about mental transition and moving on from a situation. Also can indicate traveling over water. And with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who is wanting to be independent and self-sufficient, and it could also indicate wanting to, work harder or get more money or something like that. With the Clover, the Clover is about luck, of course, but it's also about chance and like a chance meeting or something happening by chance and by luck. And then the Child is about, of course, it can indicate a child, literally, but also it can indicate a new beginning or innocence. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 3. If you like this kind of video, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to option number 4. All right, so here we have the cards for option number 4 with the Strength Tarot dice. And let's go ahead and find out the answer to your question. So we have the King of Wands in the reverse. We have the Emperor in the reverse. And then we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Clarifying these cards, we have the Star, or Stars, and we have Bouquet. So the answer to your question is no. So let's talk a little bit about the cards here. So the King of Wands, it can indicate someone who's a fire sign. There's a lot of fire here. The King of Wands is someone who is usually authentic and outgoing, someone who's very confident in everything. The King of Wands in the reverse can be someone who is lacking in confidence. It can actually, in these two together, I would definitely say it's someone who probably is in some kind of leadership position. But this is also someone who's being very controlling or manipulative. Okay, both of these cards mean that in the reversed. So it's saying controlling and manipulating. And with the Two of Wands is some kind of choice that needs to be made, and feeling apprehensive about making that choice and feeling unsure. With the Star, it's about hope. It is about hope and desire and dreams and wishes. And then with the Bouquet is about someone who's giving compliments and flattery. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 4. If you like this kind of video, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to option number 5. All right, so here we have the cards for option number 5 with the Star Tarot dice. And let's go ahead and find out what the answer to your question is. So we have Justice in the reverse. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Queen of Cups. Clarifying these 3 cards, we have Magnifying Glass and Well. So the answer to your question is yes. And let's talk a little bit about the cards and what they mean so it can help you understand the answer to your question. Maybe give you some more insight. So Justice in the reverse can indicate a lack of imbalance. It can indicate being something that is unfair. Also, Justice in the reverse can indicate maybe some difficulty in legal matters. The Ten of Wands is about being very kind of feeling burdened, but not in a really bad way. It's kind of like being very successful and busy and just like really just working really hard. It can indicate that. The Queen of Cups can be, it can indicate someone who is a water sign, but also it's about someone who is maybe even psychic, someone who is very empathic, someone who is compassionate, someone who is very loving, someone who's like would be a good teacher, someone who is like even a counselor of some sort. So, and then with the Magnifying Glass card is about, trying to look into things, to investigate. It's saying to investigate something or trying to learn more about something or trying to see a bigger picture, trying to like maybe see the fine details, things like that. Just everything you would imagine a magnifying glass to do. And the Well can indicate wishes. Also can indicate deep emotion and deep connections. Or very strong emotions. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 5. If you like this kind of video, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to option number 6. All right, so here we have the cards for option number 6 with the Judgment card, or Tarot dice card. It's not a card, it's a Tarot dice. But let's go ahead and find out what the answer to your question is. All right, so we have the Tower in the reverse. Then we have the Devil. And then we have the 8 of Cups. And clarifying these 3 cards, we have Book and Letter. So the answer to your question is yes. Let's talk a little bit about the cards here. So we have the Tower in the reverse. So the Tower in the reverse, it can indicate either a tower moment that is like really bad. Also can indicate a warning of like something that hasn't happened yet. And the Devil is about limitations, restrictions, addictions. Also can be a sexual card, even though it doesn't feel like it so much in this situation. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is about walking away from something, not really wanting to walk away, but feeling, you know, but walking away. Also can indicate going on like a spirit quest or doing something like traveling and doing something to kind of help, you know, to find yourself. And the Book is about, it can indicate mysteries, secret, hidden knowledge, or just knowledge in general, but learning knowledge, wanting to know maybe more knowledge, something like that. And Letter is about communication of all sorts. It could be an actual physical letter or some kind of communication. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 6. I'm like trying to remember what number I am. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 6. If you like this kind of reading, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it, and it helps out my channel. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to option number 7. All right, so here we have the cards for option number 7 with the Chariot Tarot dice, and let's go ahead and find out the answer to your question. All right, so we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Then we have the Fool. And then we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Clarifying these 3 cards, we have Fish and Mice. So the answer to your question is no. Let's talk about, you know, the cards a bit here. So we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and the upright, it's about working together and teamwork. You know, it is Earth. It is an Earth card, but in the reverse is talking about not cooperating, a lack of teamwork. It still can indicate a work or money situation. All Pentacles can, but it's like, and also like in a relationship, it could indicate a lack of a solid foundation or a lack of a foundation. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith. It's about a new beginning. It's about being open-minded, kind of free-spirited type of energy. And then with the Six of Pentacles and the reverse is someone who is like wanting something. So they could be wanting money or something material with it being Pentacles, wanting something material, maybe even waiting or looking for a handout or expecting something from someone of physical or money substance. But the Fish is also about money. It can, a lot of times it's about, you know, fortune, it's about money, it's about finances. But also it can indicate abundance. So if you're having emotional, if your question is like a relationship question, it would be just take that into feelings, abundance of feelings. And then with the Mice card, is about worrying, it's about decay, it's about something falling apart and not coming together. It's something that is just like slowly being eaten away at. So like, say, like if this is like a financial thing, or what they're thinking, or the answer has something to do with financial, I would say that would be like they had be like decaying or, you know, dwindling money, something like that. If you combine them together, and also can indicate worrying or depression or anxiety about money. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 7. If you like this kind of reading, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much. And I'm going to go ahead now and move on to option number 8. All right, so here we have the cards for option number 8 with the Fool Tarot dice. And let's go ahead and find out the answer to your question. So we have the Five of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Clarifying these 3 cards, we have Clouds and we have Bridge. So the answer to your question is yes. But the 5 of Cups can indicate like depression, sadness, loss. As someone who is looking at 3 cups and not seeing that they have 2 cups behind them. But usually it's a pretty sad card. The Page of Wands is about being inspired when it's in the upright and maybe looking out into all the possibilities. Also, all the pages can indicate some kind of messages or something that could be coming in or going out. The Ace of Wands in the reverse can indicate like a lack of inspiration, but it's like, I don't know, so I feel like low self-esteem or a lack of confidence. You know, it's about a new beginning, but it's like not a very, maybe also I feel like it can indicate maybe they're not grasping the idea. And that would be also indicative here with the Clouds card, which is about confusion. And Bridge is about a connection. It can be about connections, like a soul connection or spiritual connection, but also can indicate overcoming. The bridge is overcoming obstacles, finding a way to bridge and to like overcome or go over an obstacle. Anyways, that's all I have for option number 8. If you like this kind of video, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. God bless.